That's going to be fantastic to see that movie.
Clerks 3?
Hopefully it gets a theatrical release, just so we can see it in theaters, because that'd be dope.
More than likely Clerks will, and I think Jay and Silent Bob should.
They're not going to do Clerks 3.
They're not going to do Clerks 3?
No, he was talking about it. He said Clerks 3 is not going to happen.
Why?
That's when he started talking about the Jay and Silent Bob remake that they're going to make.
Okay.
There's a lot of... because of I think it was basically the company that owns Clerks. He's no longer
that's
associated.
Right. That's right.
So it's like, they own my characters, and we've been trying to get the licensing for this, but they don't want to do it. So that's why it's been so long in that process of making Clerks 3, was just hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. And he's like, it's just not going to happen, guys. Kind of thing.
Fuck. That sucks.
Yay.
What's the worst, best movie you've ever seen?
Worst, best movie?
Yeah, like, it's a really high-praised movie. For me, it's Avatar. Like, Avatar...
Oh, for me, it was Ready Player One was the most recent, but Avatar would be there, too. Like, where it's like, visually it looks pretty good.
But the story is shit.
Yeah, just not buying into it, man.
But I liked...
This is why I'm glad I didn't major in film, because I can still just enjoy movies and not be...
I'm more...
Yeah, I'm even, like, just, like, on most aspects of it, it's just, like,
Pocahontas with blue cat people, man.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Still a great fucking movie. Best worst movie.
I loved Black Panther until like the last like third of the movie.
Still never seen it.
I hated it.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But the first like 2/3 of it was amazing. Like it was so good. Like it was like refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, never seen it.
For a Marvel movie, it was like really cool. It didn't feel like a Marvel movie, and then in the last third is when it felt like a fucking Marvel movie. And that's when I was just like,
done.
Damn it, you were doing so well.
I know. Marvel movies have been kind of like...
I don't know.
Man, very picky.
Star Wars, I guess?
Like,
so I don't hate it. I love it, but people hate it.
Yeah, the same with Last Jedi. Like, Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
So disappointing.
I'm not disappointed at all for that movie, in whatsoever.
I don't know. Like,
in any way, shape, or form, I'm not disappointed in that movie. I like it.
You're wrong and I hate you.
I'm not wrong.
Just kidding.
There's just too many issues with the movie. It's like you can get away with like a couple, but it's like on like everything they just were just bad.
Luke was so powerful with the Force, he could fucking project himself across the goddamn universe.
Died.
But he did fucking nothing with it. That's the thing that pisses me off. He
distracted them so they could leave. He
sacrificed himself. That's all he did.
Yeah, he did nothing.
And that
else.
is the most fucking
long term.
Oh my god, that is the dumbest thing, because the fucking rebellion. And the rebellion is so fucking weak, he could have done some shit to obliterate a whole entire platoon of fucking New Order. Just people.
He could have.
And he didn't.
He didn't.
And he fucking didn't. And it pisses me off to no extent that he just didn't do that. All he was just a fucking astral projection of himself to be a bitch. To die and go be with fucking Yoda to be a fucking goddamn Force spirit.
Yeah,
and it pisses me off because he was supposed to be the... I get it.
You need the mentor to die.
He was supposed to be the
Jedi.
last Jedi.
In the Star Wars movie, every mentor dies.
Yeah, but he wasn't supposed to die. He wasn't done fucking training.
Yeah, I would have preferred if they just totally copied Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon Jinn wasn't done fucking training Anakin. He died.
But Anakin went to the dark side.
Obi-Wan wasn't done training fucking Luke when he died.
But they
Yoda wasn't
something.
done training Luke when Yoda died.
Like Obi-Wan's death was pretty good because it's like Luke was like, oh, this is like a mentor, himself. And then he's like, but the thing is, he put down his guard and he's like, so if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful. He could have done the same shit to Kylo Ren.
He could have, but now we don't.
I would have rather had just a goddamn.
When you're a powerful Jedi, that'll happen. So why say that line again? Just for the fans of the old movies, like, fucking cop out. You're doing the same shit in this movie that you did for the last movie.
I mean, I get that it's a little bit different, but the thing that pisses me off is that he did fucking nothing with it.
But the thing is, like, he could have said something to Kylo Ren to, like, instill hope in him, or some kind of change, or put some seed in his brain. Like, damn, he didn't do anything. All he did was fucking mock him. Like, that was it. And he just, like, it was just like, oh, brush on the shoulder, see you around, kid, and then fucking disappeared. And that was it. It was like, wow.
The best part about that...
But you gotta take into account, though, on how powerful he was able to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Kylo Ren can stop fucking blaster fucking
but he
beams.
can't project himself across the fucking universe.
Yeah.
But he can still stay tethered to another motherfucker across the universe.
Unless somebody else did that for them. That's the big thing. They think Snoke did that. Linked to them.
Was it Snoke or was it Anakin? Or Luke? We don't know.
Yeah.
What if it's the spirit of fucking Anakin just coming back and doing some shit?
What if,
if they bring back Anakin and the fucking stupid Darth Vader melted helmet that is from his death is still around, maybe that has his spirit attached to it, and now we're getting into fucking weird fucking ghost shit. He did. As fucking Anakin.
Yeah.
Not as fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Vader... Sith people... Do Siths have a fucking Force ghost?
We don't know.
Yeah, because Vader redeemed himself.
At the very end, saving his son.
And when you think about it, he really didn't do shit. He threw the fucking Emperor off a ledge.
Yeah, but it's like, remember, like,
he
with
redirected
the Force,
the
though,
light
it's like realigning your, like, your Force, like, your alignment kind of deal, like your karma balance or whatever.
Yeah.
He did that. He got, like, just enough over where, like, if there's like a Force god, it was all, you just squeezed it.
You just got by.
So, you know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You're at 51-50.
So everything you did before you became 51-49.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to sweep all the underlings, like the younglings, under the table, because there's really no forgiving that. But we'll just sweep that one to the side. You get a freebie on that one. You're welcome.
Imagine being that youngling just chilling in, like, Jedi heaven, and you see Anakin just walk in, and how much you'd be like,
I know, and then he's like, oh shit, he said
he just fucking runs.
Yeah.
You bitch. It would be literally the
don't
one
worry,
kid.
Dude, those younglings wouldn't be there because they never mastered the Force, so they wouldn't be Force ghosts. So they're fucking, they're gone. Like, Anakin saw ahead, he's like, you know what?
It's like the Catholic thing, if you're
maybe he
not
planned it
baptized,
from the
you just go to
beginning.
hell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe Anakin set up the whole thing to set up his own death and to instill hope in the universe. Like, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go evil. I'm going to have kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it to where my kid comes to kill me, but I'm going to redeem myself so I get to become a Force ghost and fuck everybody else.
True.
But it was his good
But I want to hang out with Obi-Wan, though.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan, I need to hang out with him.
Me and him, we're chill.
He raised me.
And he's like, and that's the whole thing. He's like, I want to become a ghost also because Qui-Gon Jinn was like the only one that believed in me and helped me out.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
And I really just want to punt Yoda, and the only way I'm going to do that
is if
when I become a ghost.
I can.
So then I can punt Yoda.
Yeah, but I was super happy that they used the puppet for Yoda instead of that fucking.
Yeah, they
CGI
use like a blend of like they use some CGI to just kind of
they used
like
the puppet. And I was like,
yeah.
What was the one thing that was redeeming about Luke as a fucking as a Jedi was that it wasn't it was literally what Yoda said. It's not what the books say specifically, which is like knock knock knock. Look at what the fucking Christians are doing. It's not what the books actually say.
Yeah,
that's not the truth in the fucking religion. It's the truth in what you believe and what happens and what you project.
And she stole the books anyway.
And she stole the books because she wanted to know about them. And there's more information in them than what he could teach her.
There's like wisdom and stuff. And then Luke, instead of being like, you know what, maybe I should teach this girl to then.
He became a bitch. And he fucking distracted them so that they can get away. And
he didn't really become a bitch though, man.
He bitched out.
He was unconnected from the Force for a fucking decade. Never used the Force. And then fucking could do that. With like the blink of an eye.
He stopped using the Force because he was afraid of what he was going to do to fucking Kylo. The reason Kylo...
He stopped using the Force because he failed Kylo.
He felt like he failed Kylo, but he failed Kylo only because Kylo thought he was about to get killed because he knew he was going to be the next fucking Sith.
Yeah. Luke fucked up.
Luke should have just killed him.
Nah. He could have been redeemed.
Well, at least,
he took the easy way out. He was like, I'm just going to fucking kill him. He didn't want to put in the work to make sure he didn't become a Sith.
And he also didn't put into work to try to fucking not make him to try to revert him back.
Yeah, just be exactly. That's what I mean. Like he should have tried to.
He just cowered it out on everything.
Again,
they turned Luke. They kept Luke's fucking
it's
cowardness.
Like you guys probably heard like Mark Hamill's like original interview where he's basically bashing the Luke Skywalker character, being like, it's all that's not fucking Luke. He's like he's exactly right on that. Like that's not fucking Luke Skywalker.
See, but then he did interviews after that. He's like, I now that I've seen it, I understand.
We understood.
He came to terms and he understood why they did that.
He understood the writer's point of view, but I still don't think he agreed with the direction that they took it.
Because
so it made sense.
But even then, coming from Mark Hamill,
you don't really say that it made sense in the story. The story didn't make any fucking sense at all
in that movie.
But like
none of that movie.
But like coming from Mark Hamill, I'm not going to take what he thinks because in interviews way before that, when they would ask him Star Wars questions, he'd be like, I don't fucking know. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about this stuff. I was just in the movie. So I'm not going to take his gripes over something he knew nothing about, for the most part.
Yeah.
Until it came back, and he's like, cool, money.
God damn it, I'm just pissed about the story, because, like, there's so much shit.
The only
like,
thing I could have done without was the whole Casino Planet.
Yeah,
that could have been out of
sense.
the movie.
No,
that was fucking prequel.
You cut that
shit.
entire thing out, the movie's no different.
Exactly.
Like, nothing changed.
That's a solid 30 minutes of my life.
That's something that you learn in like screenwriting. It's like you don't put shit in like that in movies because it's like, okay, if you can cut this scene out, will the movie be different?
No.
It's like no, then you don't need it.
That guy's still going to be a mystery guy.
Does it establish characters?
No.
Does it establish any change?
Nope.
Does it propel the plot?
Nope.
It doesn't do any of the
It was just
things.
an adventure.
Fucking get rid of it.
It was a stupid fucking adventure on a planet with some cool looking sloth fucking deer.
It's like the whole thing to sell toys,
Those
man.
cool.
Like, cause you just like, oh, let's have a horse, and there's a little kid with a broom, and you think she's a fucking Jedi.
But the thing about that is that he used the Force, and he put okay. So there are some things that I do like about it is that those kids that saw them fucking fly away at the end of the movie, when they're like, "Who are? Oh my god!" and then fucking Jedi symbol on the thing that he has. I feel like there's gonna be there's gonna be another trilogy, and it's gonna be about fucking Rey and Kylo and all. It's gonna be about Rey. Kylo's gonna die in the last movie of this saga. It's no longer gonna be the light. What is it? Luke Skywalker, the Skywalker saga.
It's not,
because this whole
and that's
fucking
what they're going for.
These whole 9 movies is the Skywalker saga, and then there's gonna be another 9 fucking movies that are gonna be about Rey and her fucking lineage, if she's not related to somebody already. So if
they already determined that.
Yeah.
It's all the thing is though. It's like in the Last Jedi, like with the kid, like he does the Force. It's like they're instilling seeds, and you might be like, oh, like this. There's like new, like hope and new Jedi and stuff coming up. No, they're just gonna scrap it, just like how they went from the Force Awakens to the Last Jedi. They're like, we're gonna plant seeds about Rey's parents, about who was Snoke, about Luke Skywalker, and then we're just gonna be like,
nobody, and he died like a bitch.
And they're just like, it's all no answers for him. So they'll just like forget about the kid.
He was narrating,
or
his
the
own
kid
death.
will just forget, and he'll show
great.
up, but he just won't use the Force because he'll just forget about it.
It was just fucking great that he narrated his own death.
But the thing that's interesting though is that
in a very sexual way.
Yeah, it was pretty sexual.
One of the things that I noticed about one person talking about
that was brutal as fuck.
It was. There was some. That was a really cool fight scene. Like that whole thing was a really cool fight scene. But it still doesn't justify the shitty editing that they had in the movie. It doesn't justify the shitty storytelling that they had in the movie. The screenwriting was fucking like Disney-esque beyond all recognition.
Yeah. Disney owned Star Wars.
I know, but I mean, Force Awakens was fucking amazing.
Very weak.
It was
and sometimes like
but again,
harming.
A fuck ton of people hate that movie.
A fuck ton of people hate that movie because
it's a carbon copy of Episode fucking 4.
It's a carbon copy of A New Hope, which was what it was supposed to be. There's supposed to be a way that they wrote these movies.
But people hate it for that aspect, and then people hate this movie because they went in a different direction,
they
going off Luke.
It's not so much
like,
going a different direction. It's just that just a storytelling, like it's bad.
It's just bad storytelling.
Like just doesn't make
looked great.
Doesn't make sense,
this is what I've aligned with, and the prequel had a great story, shitty fucking implementation of everything that was happening on the screen. Everything was bad except for the third movie of that trilogy. Great story. Great fucking story arc from beginning to end. The complete opposite of the way that A New Hope and that trilogy works.
Yeah.
And that's what's supposed to go. It's supposed to go from light to dark, dark to light, light to dark. But they didn't do that with the last trilogy. It's supposed to be a fucking M of light to dark. But they didn't do that. And that's what's pissing off, I think, a lot of fans, is because in the original trilogy, it was just movies. And when they established this huge universe, and you come out with the prequels did the opposite. They went from light to dark. They went from dark to light. They went to dark. They're just dark. They're just a plateau. And there's nothing going back from that. And...
Yeah, but you also got to take into account, in the universe, there's been hard resets on the Jedi and Sith populace. And that is more than likely what this movie is going to be. They're scrapping everything, because that's happened in the universe multiple fucking times.
Yeah, but the new
that's
order
what's going to
is
happen.
so
We're
strong.
just going to be able to see it for the first time. We're actually going to be able to see the downcline of the Sith and the Jedi Order.
Yeah, that's happening.
They're going to do a hard reset. Exactly. They're going to do a hard reset on it, but this time we're actually going to be able to see it. That's what I think they're going to do with this trilogy, is they're going to do a hard reset, go back to basics when in the terms of Jedi and Sith, and there's going to be another split with Sith and Jedi, and it's going to be an all-around cycle.
So I'm fine with that stuff, like in terms of like the Star Wars lore and stuff. I'm not okay with bad storytelling. That's bad screenwriting. I'm not okay with that. Like that just makes a bad movie.
And it's so disheartening because
I'm cool with if they're wanting to do basically, kill Kylo, kill the Skywalker saga. I know what you're saying with the Jedi and Sith and stuff. I'm fine with that stuff, but just fucking write it well.
And that's
why write meaningless characters that if you omit what's her name, Rose. She seemed like a cool character on introduction, but you remove that character from the movie.
And she dead.
Same movie.
Yep, she dead.
Nothing is different at all.
Yeah. Doesn't change anything.
You could remove Finn from the movie, and the movie's the same movie.
What's her name?
It was really just like very little Rey, a lot of Kylo, and then like Poe and the Admiral, and that was kind of like the main characters of the whole movie. And it all revolved around what they were doing. And very little Rey and Luke. They just kind of popped up at the very end.
Anakin's sister.
Anakin doesn't have a sister.
Leia. No, not
Leia.
Anakin, but
Luke's sister. Luke's sister. Yeah, sorry.
I was like,
Anakin's daughter is what I should have said. But yeah.
My date with Anakin's daughter.
She's Leia's just she's dead. Like her fucking actor is dead in real life.
Yeah, I thought that was a good way to kill her off.
They should have killed her off. Really well. She uses her fucking Force sense to go back to the ship and live.
Yeah.
She's
But the movie was done before she died.
Yeah,
so they would have had to have gone back.
That was their out.
Reshot the entire fucking movie.
They've done it before.
Put on a delay. They couldn't do that.
Disney
couldn't have done that. With this fan base, it wouldn't have happened. That movie, if they went back and did that movie would have automatically failed the date.
Also, though, like Star Wars fans, like after Carrie Fisher's death, we're very reasonable about it. Like they'd be like, "Oh shit! Like, did they finish shooting?" Because then they could just been like, "We didn't finish shooting, so we have to reshoot." And everybody's like, like we just be like, "Oh, that's understandable."
Bring her corpse to the studio.
There's deadlines they have to meet. The movie was going to come out.
No, and I know, but
Disney sets the deadline. They're their
and
own
Disney
money.
don't budge. It's like it's happening. It's going to come out whether you like it or not.
They pushed back this movie. They were supposed to have this movie out this year.
Yeah,
but they
pushed it back because of all the backlash with fucking Solo. With
because Solo was just.
There were some good parts in it. Like there was enjoyable parts. Like I don't really regret seeing the movie, but again, like just
it's a good bad movie.
Yeah, it's a good bad movie.
Yeah,
it's like there's a lot to hate on it when you compare it to. It's like it'd be good as like a standalone Star Wars movie if it wasn't Han Solo. Like if they just made a fictional Star Wars character and just kind of just got rid of the Millennium Falcon, got rid of like Lando and stuff, and just made it like just some randos like they did in Rogue One. Like it would have been probably a good movie.
The thing I think I like about Rogue One is because none of the characters you already know matter. They don't matter. They don't matter.
The only thing that ties it in is stealing the Death Star plans. That's
there's also the backlash of Rogue One and Solo that's causing this delay.
But Rogue One was better.
Excellent.
Was excellent.
It was a good movie. It was a great movie. But again, the Star Wars fan base bitched up a storm.
But
that's what they're going to do with every movie.
But the more you think about it, they bitched less about Rogue One than they did about the Han Solo movie and what they said about the Last Jedi.
Some like hokey dorky shit that didn't need to be done. Yeah. Like we didn't need to know where Han Solo got his name for one. Like the whole thing of like he basically goes to like an Imperial like. What's it called?
Like a trade post or something?
No, it's like pretty much like
military school.
That's like where you, like a registration, like an Imperial registration, like for military and stuff. So he went to register with them, and then they just asked him like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Oh, my name's Han." He's like, "Last name?" He's like, "Your family?" And then he's like, "I don't have family." So, "Oh, so you're alone?" So, "Yeah, I'm alone." He's all Solo, and that's how he gets his name, Han Solo. Because his name's Han, and because he's by himself, the freaking Imperial recruiter just goes in and gives him the name Solo.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's a dumb thing.
And then the whole part where he wins the Millennium Falcon from Lando, you don't even see it. It's just all implied, because they basically go to do the card game, like I think it was like, was it Bazak or something like that? I think that's what it's called. I think something like that. But pretty much, he just like, it's at the very end of the movie, and he just kind of walks in, and then like he's like, oh, like basically like inciting, like, oh, let's play, and then it just cuts to then flying off and
in the Falcon.
Yeah.
So how does the whole Darth Maul thing happen?
That was also kind of a dumb tie-in. It was basically just like the only way they tied it in basically was with Han Solo's love interest, which was his entire drive for the whole movie was this love interest. It's just like
it's a love story.
Yeah, basically.
It's a love story for the love of God.
Basically, yeah. On the core of it, like his entire motivation is to basically
find this one bitch.
Basically free her because she's basically.
I mean,
like a
episode
slave,
3 was a love story. Anakin did what he had to do to save Padme.
Yeah, but that's also what created like Darth Vader, and then it led into the original trilogy, which wasn't about love. Yeah, so it was about hope.
So fucking
saving people.
Did Darth Maul just show up, or is he like actually involved in the movie?
You know, he's like technically he's like, you know, he's playing the chess game, like he's the player, but he's behind the scenes, and then you just get his cameo like as a hologram, talking to basically Daenerys Targaryen, like the chick who
he talks. Cool.
Yeah, plays in Game of Thrones as the Dragon Queen, Queen of Dragons, Mother of Dragons, Queen. Yeah,
Dragon.
Her like she's basically Han Solo's love interest. Yeah, so she's like a slave, so Han Solo wants to save her, but he has to do this, you know. He's working for basically who her lover is, and like who's like this head of a gang.
Yeah.
And then they kill him, but then so she can leave with Han, but she basically after they defeat the baddies, like they're gonna leave, but then it's basically like that whole thing like where it's like we gotta escape, and then she just like I love you, and like locks the door, and then Han and Chewie escape. And then that's when Darth Maul is like, my apprentice, blah, 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 blah.
So Darth Maul has an apprentice.
Yeah, she's... Like, that's the whole time, like, where it's just like... So Han Solo, who just seemed like this random smuggler that they just found in a canteen in Tatooine in the original trilogy, just like this cool character that just showed up out of nowhere, is actually tied into the whole fucking Sith and Imperial storyline. Like, all the way to Darth Maul, which it's like, why? You don't need that. At all. Like, there's no reason to tie that
Who's his apprentice?
It's the love interest. Like,
so she was a Sith the entire time?
Yeah, she became one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like, why? This huge, vast universe, and just coincidentally, the love interest of Han Solo is Darth Maul's apprentice, who then Han Solo just randomly fucking runs into Obi-Wan.
In what condition is
fucking, like, decapitated Darth Maul, like, chopped him in half.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but he got awesome spider legs.
What is the goddamn chance of that?
In what condition?
Well, I guess don't tell me the odds.
In what condition is Darth Maul in?
You don't really see, but
you
like, it's just in a hologram.
Because by that time, that's after the Clone Wars, and
that's what I'm saying.
So like the positive is like Darth Maul is canon as Rebels alive. Like, he's alive. Canon,
yeah, I knew that.
Which is cool.
He's in great shape.
But like what I'm saying is,
he has spider legs.
That's I know that, but what I'm trying to figure out is like this movie takes place in terms of lineage, in terms of like,
and they kill all the cool new characters.
It's got to be quite a few years before.
It's 25 years before the first movie.
I think it's before New Hope.
How old was Han in the first movie?
In the first,
he was probably like 30.
He was in his 30s.
How old is he in Solo?
Dude, I think he's like 20 or early 20s.
So if it's 25,
he'd be
fucking 45 in the first.
Because he was like a young adult. I think he was definitely over 18 because he joined like you know the Imperial like army.
So 15
So he fought with the Empire. Like he was trained and like he was like a ground trooper with the Empire for a while, and then he deserted.
Okay.
So that's why he's a good guy in the fucking original trilogy?
Why he's on the run?
Yeah, which it doesn't make sense because he's like this dirty smuggler dude in A New Hope who like changes his ways. But in A New Hope, he doesn't come off that way at all. Like he feels like a fucking Marvel character. That's what's terrible about it. Man.
I don't know. There's a lot of shit Disney's. I like Disney, but I hate Disney at the same time. I like Disney because they're the reason why we have our copyright laws. Thank you, Disney, for that.
And a lot of great Disney movies too.
And a lot of other great Disney movies. It's just that The Last Jedi felt really campy. It felt fucking. Yeah, it felt like it gypped a lot of people. It was a fucking hour and a half of you sitting there watching like 4 lines.
But there was no Jar Jar, so we're fine.
I actually would prefer if Jar Jar became the fucking Sith Lord.
That would have been fucking awesome.
Dude, if he was actually Snoke, it's all, this is what happens. Yeah. You get when a fucking Gungan gets hit by Force Lightning, you get Snoke. And it'd be like...
He gets snoked.
Yeah. How did he die?
He fell off a cliff.
Into water.
So
he's alive.
He's alive.
He's alive somewhere.
There's a scene that shows him jumping out of the thing.
Yeah, and Jar Jar. Mm-hmm. Jar Jar. Okay, so if you remember the movie,
his carrier goes down in the water and it goes off a fucking waterfall.
The Phantom Menace has a lot of little tiny Easter eggs specifically about Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks was in like the third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he dies in the third movie.
And all the way through, in all of those movies,
they cut his death scene, but he dies.
In all of those movies, he's manipulating every little fucking.
No, I saw that. That was pretty good. Like it was,
but
because he's always doing like wavy arm things,
making people talk the way you want them to talk.
He's the reason why the fucking whole election
happened
the way it was.
One of my friends that were actually talking about that. Like I think last year, with like the Last Jedi and stuff, and like just all the backlash on it, and then like somebody on YouTube did the video and like
it's the film theories guy.
He
broke it all down.
And dude, and we're just like, that would make the Last Jedi like 10 times better.
If it was Jar Jar,
dude, if Jar Jar Binks was pulling the strings, honestly, then at that point I'd just be like, okay, we know that these movies were not intended to be serious. Only the original trilogy and the prequels were even considered serious at this point.
Yeah.
Where The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi can just be seen as fucking bogus.
Yeah.
It's all, but at least it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Now I get why the story doesn't make sense, because Jar Jar was going senile in his old age.
Right.
So he's just like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing now.
Well, because if you think about it,
my puppet's dead. I didn't expect that to happen.
His fucking acrobatics,
but like
his luck. Just fucking
all kinds of crazy. He can force jump.
Yeah, how did he even get in the Senate? He was kind of like
he manipulated it.
Yeah, dude. So
that's why they're saying that he's strong with the Force. He's strong.
I was some random ass Gungan just hanging around with the fucking Supreme Chancellor,
and then like all the people in the Gungan fucking.
And he just like fucking easily waddles his way into like the Jedi Council. Like, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
But the thing that's funny about it though is that he is literally in his like home planet. They're just like, get the fuck out, we don't want you here, you're bad juju, like fuck you.
Yeah, they sensed it.
And he's just like, I didn't do anything wrong. And
he's like, you're a fucking reason he caused a lot of accidents.
Yeah, he was the reason why a lot of shit, bad shit happens. He can fight like a motherfucker when he's fighting against all the droids.
He does the drunken boxing.
Yeah, he does it basically like that drunken.
He does all this other crazy fucking like just martial arts in general.
Yeah.
He can it's mind blowing when that shit happened. I was like, that makes me excited for that character. Like, he's not a piece of shit. And even George Lucas himself was like, in the story, in the new trilogy, he was gonna be a big part of the story, but a lot of the fans hated
George
him.
Lucas said that?
Yeah. He was gonna be a big part of the story.
The original plan was for him to be
gonna be the
Supreme
opposite.
Sith.
He was gonna be the opposite of Yoda.
What?
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say, is that the original point of...
He was higher than Palpatine.
That's the point. That was this huge fucking point about it.
Yeah, it was like that stuff, but Palpatine...
Can you actually find this interview or something?
I'll find it. We'll find it here in a bit.
But Palpatine didn't know Jar Jar. That was the whole thing. Is Jar Jar was a major Sith Lord.
So he was like, actually just controlling
he was taking, he was controlling things and taking like a back seat just to see what would happen, because he wanted to fuck with the world.
He was evil as shit, and it was supposed to be this whole.
Yeah.
So
and
that makes sense, because he was
had
like
Sith eyes.
He had
his
yellow eyes.
His eyes were Sith.
Yeah, his eyes were almost yellow, like they were fucked
up.
Like
Anakin's at the end of the movie.
So, the thing here's this crazy shit. Look at this. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking
the light to the dark to the light. Those two fucking trilogies are literally binary to each other. They're the complete opposites.
So does that mean Jar Jar, did he actually die, or did he live?
He lived. Like they cut the death scene, and there was also a scene where he like does his whole.
So I wonder if he like was part of like the original trilogy.
This is what was supposed to happen. George Lucas wanted it to happen to where Jar Jar and Yoda have a fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be top tier Jedi, top tier fucking Sith, going head to head. It never happened because people fucking hated Jar Jar.
Yeah, the fans
just because Jar Jar was stupid. And the thing that nobody realizes is that when
Yoda on purpose.
Yoda specifically sounded like a fucking idiot when he first came on the scene.
Yeah, because he was senile as fuck. He was like 405.
He was 8. He was
over 900
seems
like something like, I mean, if you
lose his fucking mind.
But that sounds like something like, dude, if you stuck to it,
it
would have been like,
oh my god.
Yeah, and then it's like, it would make a whole lot more sense.
And that was just what could have been. Because again, Star Wars fans bitched.
But that's the thing is, though, that's where the writers have to trust in what they're doing and be like, look, is this going to pay off?
But that's good storytelling.
Like, exactly.
That's good storytelling, but they had to weigh the options of, do we want to do what we want to do? Or do we want to make sure we make money off these movies?
Well, it's kind of like, I don't know, have you guys played like Red Dead Redemption 2 yet?
No.
Dude, when I first started playing it, I did not like Arthur. Like, did not care for the character that you play as in the main story. like probably like 10 hours in, 15 hours in, I was like kind of warming up to him, but I really didn't give a shit. I was kind of just wishing I could play as John Marston from the first game. And then, dude, probably like at some point, I was just like, I fucking love this character. And then I was like, I do not ever want to fucking play John Marston again. Ever. Like, I just want to play fucking Arthur. Like, this guy is just a badass. Like, everything about him is just super cool. Yeah. And he's super relatable. Like, you can play him like good or bad, but he's just kind of like this. He's right on that edge of like confliction where it's like, he's almost like a Robin Hood in sense, like where they have this code of ethics, even though they're still just outlaws. Like, they're still murderers.
Yeah, there was an outlaw code.
But they're still like, okay, we do not take from the poor.
Yeah.
We only take from people who have things. Like,
yeah.
Like they even still don't really target, like, lower middle class kind of people.
Yeah, yeah.
They, like, they'll rob banks, they'll steal from the rich, they'll steal from the government.
Yeah, yeah.
But you do not take the food from people's mouths. It's kind of like they have, like, this code of ethics and stuff like that. And it's like, fuck, it's like, damn, like, if I was in that situation, like, would I do things different? Would I just, work a regular job, or would I do the same thing there? Or would I be just, like, super fucked up? Or, so it's like there's this confliction with him, and just a lot of the character interactions and the way Arthur acts and everything like that, and his position in the gang and his whole view on the world. It's just like, dude, you just, like, love that character. But like I said at the beginning, though, fucking did not like him. Didn't really care for him at all.
But that's the crazy shit that they were talking about, is that by the end of the third movie for the prequel trilogy, is that it was supposed to be prequel trilogy, and then it was going to be a Yoda, Jar Jar just fight, because Jar Jar was eventually going to go dark side alongside Darth Vader. So there was going to be two fucking dark side stories going hand in hand. It was going to be Anakin becoming Darth Vader. He falls into the fucking lava. You were supposed to be the chosen one. He gets pulled back out. They get him. They fucking bandage him up, and they put him in a suit that keeps him alive. And then Jar Jar was going to be so fucking powerful with the Force that it was going to be Yoda. Eventually, it was going to be Yoda versus Jar Jar fighting each other. And because Jar Jar is so strong with the Force at that, as young as he was then, in the future, it would have been this whole fucking thing.
Damn. See, it's like, that's where it's just like, you can't always listen to the fans, but Last Jedi still sucked. like,
the thing I don't like about Last Jedi is the editing sucked. There was
so
no
much bad things.
So, like, there's supposed to be some exposition in a film.
Yeah.
But there was none. There was no real dialogue in that film.
It was like everything, and there wasn't even subtext. It was just
nothing.
They're not telling you anything. Like, the filmmakers aren't telling you anything.
Nope.
The characters aren't saying nothing. There's nothing. You
weird...
don't even know where it's going, and then what happens is just like,
we found out where the blue milk comes from.
That's about
it. That's about it. Like, we now know that.
We found a planet made of salt.
A planet made of salt with red dirt underneath it.
It was a cool looking
crystal
scene.
Foxes.
And the fucking salt foxes.
I want a crystal fox.
The technology behind them making those was cool because they made one in person as a puppet,
just stuff
and
that
then the
didn't
other
make
one they're all
any sense
stand-in.
on any way you look at it. Like, the whole Admiral's plan, like, where whatever her plan was, like, to basically save the rebels, and then Poe's just like asking, like, what's the plan? Tell us, like, that we have hope. Tell us, like, there's something to do, like, that you actually know what you're doing. And then she doesn't tell him jack shit. It's a why. Is there a reason that you can't tell him? Like, is there any reason to not tell him?
Poe?
Yeah, to tell
Poe doesn't know shit, and he's the one that
why don't you just be like, look, this is the plan, and then he's like, I got you now.
But see, it's the same case for, like, with Doctor Who. Doctor Who is like, I no offense, but, like, I don't care for Doctor Who because it's so, every episode is the same shit. Like, everybody says the same thing, and this happens. And then one person goes, that's how you fix it. And then the doctor goes, no, fuck you. That's not how you fix it. I don't believe you. And then the sidekick goes, that's how you fix it. I don't believe you. We're going to keep going. And then by the end of it, you're like, the doctor's like, you're right, sidekick. This is what we should have done from the very beginning. And I told you from the very beginning, as sidekick says, we should have done that from the very beginning. And we would have had it done.
Like, I learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, and it's
even though I'm the all-knowing doctor.
Yeah, and it's like,
been alive forever.
What happened in the fucking Last Jedi was like, with Poe specifically, and he's like, hey, let me do this. Have faith in me. And, no, go fuck yourself. I don't trust you. Why?
That's also true. Like, why didn't he just take orders? But also, he was in a leadership role, and he wanted to know, because he wanted to help out.
Exactly. And and then he gets revoked. He gets his title revoked, and then given back to him, and then revoked again to be given back to him. Like, all in the same movie. Like, there was this up and down of, like, where the fuck does he stand? He's a great pilot.
In space.
Yeah. He's a great pilot. He's a great fucking TIE fighter. He knows how to do all that shit. But yet he's still seen as a fucking child just because he's a young pilot. And they're all
a young, arrogant pilot that doesn't think things through.
But he knows how to do shit. It's the same case with everybody else that's in the whole entire fucking universe.
He takes like some of the biggest risks. Like he goes out in front of that whole fleet by himself and starts taking out the like all the surface cannons like by himself to make room for all of his other like pretty much the rest of the armada. So he took like that role. So it's like he is a leader. Like he's already in that role, so he does have like a right to at least know. Because then maybe he's got like something like some information that can help out, but he doesn't know what's going on. And it's like, dude, it's all he's a hothead. So keeping him in the dark, he's going to do something a hothead would do, which is something unexpected
and behind your back.
Yeah, it's like
because you didn't give him the
either
information.
lock him up, throw him in the brig because he's being unruly and he's not following the chain of command because you demoted him, so it's not his right to know. So fucking throw him in the brig so he doesn't cause problems, or just tell him what the fuck's going on.
But
because your plan fails anyways.
He'd get out of the brig. He would get out.
Probably, yeah. I mean, there'd be some shenanigans going on.
What was the?
He would look around.
The plan failed anyways. So it's all, you were still wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like, and the whole goddamn movie, all it was a ship chase. It was just a chase scene.
A slow speed.
It was
well, it looked slow speed because it was in space and it's vast and there's nothing next to it. Like they weren't zipping by anything to make it look like it was going any faster. But that's all it was a goddamn chase scene.
Yeah, it was a whole movie of a chase scene. And, I mean, it was made beautifully. Don't get me wrong, this movie was made beautifully in every aspect.
Visuals were still
but, like, everything in the visuals was great. The storytelling was what really makes my heart hurt because it's not a
so that's the
Star
best
Wars
they
story.
can come up with is, all right, here's the concept for a film.
Or maybe...
They're being chased down by the Empire. It's like, okay, so the Empire's hunting
The New
rebels.
Order.
No, they're not hunting them. Hunting would imply that they're hidden or somewhere else and they gotta go locate
But
them.
the Empire had fallen.
They're chasing it.
The Empire had fallen. It's the New Order.
It's the New Order.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, the New Order is chasing the remaining rebels.
Space Nazis.
The space Nazis are fucking chasing after the goddamn
They were very Nazi in the...
They're very Nazi in this movie.
In episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
And,
in episode 6, they were super Nazi.
That too. Yeah.
With the salute and everything, and the fucking Heil New Order, and the big planet bomb.
But that's what they were modeled after, if you didn't know that.
Yeah,
like, the whole, like...
pretty clear.
I mean, they modeled it after... That's what George was like, I need to think of the most evil thing on the face of the planet, and it's the Nazis. And Nazis...
Unless you're in America, then you have to sympathize with Nazis, because that's just kind of what's happening right now.
Fuck that. No. I don't sympathize with Nazis.
Fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis. Nazi punks, fuck off. Greatest fucking punk song ever.
Yes.
About Nazis being shitheads. And a grindcore band by the name of Napalm Death did a cover of that song, which made them fucking famous pretty much. Because it was around the time back then when shit was popping off with that again, where skinheads and all kinds of shit was doing stuff. But, I don't know, man. Movies coming up that you guys want to watch? Do you guys want to see?
Aladdin?
Aladdin and Lion King live action.
Aladdin, Lion King, the next Star Wars movie next year.
I'll see that.
Because we're going to go see it. Yeah. Regardless.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, we can still bitch about it. It's like the
you guys can bitch about it.
It's all thing is like, you can bitch about the new smartphones being expensive, but you're going to buy one anyway.
Exactly.
i.e. iPhone XS.
But like, new Star Wars movie.
Galaxy S9, the Note, the flexible phone when they come out with it.
It Chapter 2?
Yeah.
It 2 is going to be cool. I'm looking forward to
it. I think that officially got announced for next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they already have everybody planned out for who's going to play who.
Yeah, well, they should have been shooting already. But yeah. Isn't Chris Pratt going to be in it?
I don't think that's true, but it might be. But they have everything. They have a trailer. They have a somewhat teaser for it. Saving Hannah Grace, or no, The Exorcism of Hannah Grace.
Yes, I want to see that shit.
That one comes out tonight, actually.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Damn it. Fuck you, Bills. Help us make this take off so we can go see movies, man. And not have to worry about bills.
Right?
That'd be dope. What else is coming out?
I mean, you got like Lion King, Captain Marvel. There's a lot of movies.
The Mexican
coming
one,
out,
the Ghost Bitch River, Drowning Kids.
Oh, La Llorona?
Yes.
I'm kind of pissed about where it's at, though.
Where's it at?
It's not in New Mexico. It's
Oh,
not.
I am
it's
kinda
not
interested
in
in
New
the-
Mex- It's
the,
not in a Hispanic town.
Where's it at?
It's in fucking New York or some shit.
That's fucking retarded.
not-
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yes.
Yeah, dude,
The
that
Joker
was
origin
good.
story. I want to
Yes.
see that shit.
Sorry about the spike in sound and excitement, but I do want to see the Joaquin
We finally
Phoenix
get to
movie.
see that version of the. We get to see the Joker being born.
Oh, John Wick 3.
John Wick 3
Oh,
looks
yes.
dope, yeah.
It's gonna be him fighting the entire
I hope
fucking
they ended at
assassination
3.
world.
My own prediction and hope is that that is the end of that trilogy. That's
Yeah.
the end. It's just a trilogy.
That's about
it's
as
done.
far as they can go.
Because if he
where,
dies,
where are they gonna go from that?
they can't.
Like
The
he
dog
fucking
becomes an agent and comes and like CG fights everybody or what?
Barkwick,
I'm like fucking god damn it.
Wolfwick. But anyway, like, yeah, you can't beat him having to fight against every assassin in the world. Like,
Exactly.
You can't beat that
But I mean,
unless they take it to space.
if,
Because if a franchise is dying, you know what you do, John?
take it to
You
space.
just take it to space like the Leprechaun. They're remaking the Leprechaun. That's a thing.
That yeah.
What else, man?
It looks like there's like a remake of MIB, but that's the first I heard of it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I want to see that Seth
Oh, are
Rogen
you guys
Jonah
ready
Hill
to
movie.
let it go again?
I'm down. I'll go see Frozen 2.
No,
Detective
I don't hate-
Pikachu.
I have no
I'm
hate.
like,
I have-
I'm definitely gonna go see it. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be good. Though.
This is
But I mean,
exactly what
it's-
me and my coworkers talked about. We're like, we're
But then
going
we
to
gotta see
it
it.
because we know it's not going to be a good movie, but we're going because Ryan Reynolds and Pikachu. That's why we're
Dude,
going.
I mean, it's like
Detective Pikachu.
I'd
I'll see
be
it.
Like,
wrong to
we know it's
just,
not
and
gonna
I'd
be
be a
good.
liar to say that I'm not gonna go see that movie.
Yeah, we know it's not going to be good.
Yeah, because I don't know. The first time I saw the trailer, I was just like, "Oh, it looks terrible," and then I saw it again, and I was all, "I don't know, it's not
And
that
fuck you
bad."
people
actually.
who are mad that Jigglypuff is furry. That's fucking.
I'm not mad
fun.
about that at all. The thing that I like about it is that it's a furry fucking animal. Like that's what I envisioned it whenever I would think
As a
of
child, because it has hair.
It
Yeah.
has a curly cue, like right up in the front, like it's hair.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it supposed to be like latex
No,
body
it's
or
like
something?
it's supposed
Is
to be
that what people
smooth.
were-
It's supposed to be like
They
smooth.
thought that it was supposed to be a smooth Pokemon, but it's like no, the motherfucker is a goddamn singing puffball. It
Yeah.
literally sings.
Wigglytuff is a bigger puffball. It has
Yeah.
bigger ears.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's-
what tufts are. Tufts
Like
are little
they're puff,
fern
the
things.
jiggly puff,
Yeah.
not a fucking
Yeah, it's not-
goddamn
it's not a
jiggly.
dragon Pokemon.
No. It's not a. It's
Like
not
if they
a
made
fairy.
Charizard furry, you know, I'd be
Yeah,
pissed
yeah.
because he's a
Yeah,
dragon.
some people thought he was furry. Like,
He's
in
not
the
a
first movie,
dragon.
But it's actually just
He is not a dragon type.
Well,
Charizard
he
is
was
not a
in,
dragon
in
type.
one,
What is he now? What is he?
in
He's a
one of
fire
the
type.
games.
He's just a fire
He's a
type. He's just a
fucking dragon.
I can't
He's not a
remember
dragon.
which
He's a dragon.
game it
His
was.
type
One of
is
them
not
was
dragon.
You ever seen dragons?
Yes, but
Yeah.
his
You ever
type
seen
is not.
Charizard? Put Charizard next to a dragon. What you gonna see? Fucking dragon and dragon. That's what you're gonna see.
But I'm trying to say logistically by the fucking type, he's not a dragon
I
type.
don't give a shit. He's a dragon.
He's more
Even
dragon
though-
He's a
than most of the
fire-breathing
dragons.
lizard with wings,
That pretty much, yeah, that's what he is.
which is a dragon.
Yeah,
No,
it's pretty
no,
much
no.
that.
Yes.
He is a fire.
Unless you
type.
watch Dragonheart 3, then dragons can breathe ice.
Yeah,
No, that was
there's
Dragonheart 2.
different kinds of dragons.
That was
yeah.
Dragonheart 2. Dragonheart 3 was fucking stupid. There was a dragon in there that could only travel through shadow.
Hellboy.
Yes. I want to see that shit. That looks dope.
With the dude from
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Detective Hopper. I can't remember his name. Does that mean for like season 3 of Stranger Things he's gonna be ripped? Or is he gonna gain the weight back to be Hopper?
Or he'll just wear a belly suit.
Or belly
thing,
suit or
yeah.
something.
So I do want to see Ralph Breaks the Internet though.
I don't really give a shit about that movie.
Wreck-It Ralph was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really liked Wreck-It Ralph. I'm definitely going to see Wreck-It Ralph too. I just don't know if I'll see it in theaters. So.
I'll probably wait until it comes out.
Yeah.
But I want to see it. I do want to see the new animated Grinch.
Oh, I can wait for it on DVD.
Bohemian Rhapsody is another one.
I want to go see that movie.
Instant Family looks like it's a fucking funny movie.
Which one's that one?
The one with
Mark
Wahlberg and
Again,
that one.
not gonna be a good movie, but it's gonna be
It's
fucking
as-
funny.
Yeah.
Because it's a Mark Wahlberg comedy, and he hates doing comedy movies, which is a fun fact.
Really?
Hmm?
Why?
He wanted to be a very serious actor for a long time, so he hated
Well, he
doing
did a
comedy.
good job in Departed, but I
Yeah.
mean,
He hated being a comedic actor. Then he started doing like the movies with Will Ferrell and stuff like that. And he's like, that experience made it worth it. So now he likes doing those types of movies, but he's more into like, I want to do more serious movies, more action movies, stuff like that.
Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx.
I can wait for that on DVD.
I didn't really care for that at all.
I can either wait for that
That
on
was
DVD
just
or
like,
Netflix.
Yeah, like it should have just been like a Netflix movie.
Overlord.
Which one's Overlord?
The Nazis, the zombies, the fucking people in the World War
Oh,
II,
yeah,
the fighting
when
of the
they're like,
zombies and
they
shit.
found a purpose.
Yeah.
Fucking General Zod.
Yes. I want to see that shit because it's a
I
horror
like
movie.
Michael Shannon.
That's his name?
Yeah, the actor.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that actor.
He was in he was in 8 Mile. He was the drunk dude banging Eminem's mom.
That's right. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He also, dude, he was phenomenal in The Shape of Water. Like he was.
I never saw it.
They're re-releasing.
All I know is fish sex, so I know.
It's hot.
It was very hot. Actually, it'd be cool because they're like wet and slimy.
Yeah, it's like no lube.
Yeah, true. Fucking true. True that.
Yeah.
But video games, I'm fucking excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake. That's a game I need in my life. I need that fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched the gameplay. It's gonna be so fucking different because it's not a remaster; it's a legitimate remake. They've changed how the police station looks, how puzzles function, changed some of the story, what happens in the story, and I'm like, but I want to fucking play it.
So it's a new game. It's a new game. It's just that it has the story of the second game.
It's not even the full story of the second game.
No.
They changed it too.
Okay.
They changed the story aspects of it.
It
is a legitimate remake.
It's like a cover.
Yeah.
Just done their way.
Same characters, same locations, looks a little bit different story elements. Some of the story's still going to be there, and I'm fucking excited.
Ooh,
that's my favorite game in that franchise is Resident Evil 2.
Cyberpunk 2077. I still am hyped
I want to get
for
that.
I'm hyped for that. I just recently started playing Skate 3 again for the Xbox. I got it as a Christmas gift / birthday gift from my mom, and I've been wanting that game forever. Lost it years ago. Been excited.
It's back in your life?
Now it's back in my life. It's only on 360, but it's backwards compatible with the Xbox One. So I've been fucking jamming that shit, reliving my old days of video games. It's pretty dope. Pretty excited for that to be back in my life. I beat Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, you finally beat it?
I beat it. Yeah, I beat it a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
That explains the
lack of
yelling.
Yeah.
In John's room.
God damn it, that game pisses me off. But it's so fun. It's a Bethesda.
What mode did you play it on?
Between normal and regular. Normal and easy.
There's a mode between normal and easy?
Yeah. Well, no, there's normal, and I switched it to easy for some of the harder.
Oh, that makes more sense. I thought he meant there was an actual mode in between that.
There's actually it's super easy, and then there's easy, and then there's normal, and then there's hard, and then there's fuck you hard.
Yeah, isn't it psychotic or some
and then
shit?
There's something above that too.
Yeah, I like to just play on the hardest difficulty it gives me, and then I'm always happy if they have an unlocked difficulty, it's even harder.
Yeah.
But it's super it's hard as shit.
Usually on the very hardest difficulties where you learn how to just play with efficiency.
Yeah. So Resident Evil 2, I'm going to say this now, I'm going to perfect that game.
Get 100%?
I'm going to play it until I get every achievement.
Cool. Dude, fucking Twitch stream that shit.
And then speed run it without dying.
Play it.
And
then if you die, you have to restart.
Another plan of mine for that channel or for Twitch or whatever was going to be easier is to stream leading up to that game is me going and playing every Resident Evil main title.
That'd be cool.
Because I can beat Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 all in one day.
That'd be dope.
But the only hard part is I can't stream with a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 1. So I would have to get a PC, hopefully, and get those games on PC in order to stream them because the streaming devices don't link up to those consoles, which sucks ass. Well, Resident Evil 1, I can just play the remake.
So you need to just play some game.
Well, the remaster.
98. Dude, I love that game. I played
that
game too much.
What's a retro game that you miss?
A retro game that I miss?
You just said a game. I don't know what that is.
It's an old football game.
I miss Rampage.
That's fun.
Rampage?
Rampage
like destroying the fucking city with an alligator and
Mm-hmm.
monkey.
Dude,
that game was super fun when I was a kid.
One remake of Rampage that's pretty good. It's basically just the original game, just with updated graphics.
3-dimensional and shit. I remember being a kid back in '99.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater, man. The old Pro Skaters. I miss those games.
The original, Pro Skater
Turtles
4.
in Time.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that 4-player game, dude, that was sweet.
Gex, the Gecko.
I never played that.
PlayStation 1 game.
Pretty good.
It was a side scroller.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes.
The one for N64, not the remake they did for Reloaded for 360 or Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox.
But the story mode was fine, but I hated the multiplayer on it compared to what it was on N64. Time Splitters Future Perfect was also really good for GameCube. That was dope.
GameCube had some really solid titles, but it didn't sell a lot.
Clock Tower. I miss Clock Tower.
Siphon Filter.
Oh,
3.
Yeah,
I was a fucking beast at 3. It was a 2-disc game for the PlayStation 1. No, yeah.
There was not Resident Evil. It was a PlayStation 2 game I played a fuck ton, but I can't remember what it is.
Dude, Ape Escape. Fucking rocks of Ape Escape. The second one wasn't good.
This one isn't retro, but Blitz the League.
Yeah.
The original
Fun as
Blitz. Yeah,
fuck.
the original.
We were able to play that shit for hours,
Did
just
you ever-
breaking people's bones.
NFL Blitz.
Legacy
Like,
of Goku.
You're going back in. Yes.
Dude, Legacy of Goku.
I had Legacy
was
Goku 1 and 2.
dope.
Never played it.
Those ones are
Game
awesome.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I miss those games. Ooh, the original Budokai series.
Yeah, dude.
Crash Bandicoot.
You can get it
I
on
know.
Xbox.
Yeah, but it's
The
like they
trilogy's available.
remade it, and it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's like,
In the new Nathan Drake game, what's it? The latest one?
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4, you play the original Crash Bandicoot
In like the opening scene.
in the opening scene where they're playing it on a PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
see, that's pretty cool.
That's meta as fuck.
And it's Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog owns both of them, so
Yeah.
that's why they did it. But the funny thing is that they're using the PS1 graphics on the game.
See, that's awesome.
And
That's
in the
awesome.
game. But that little reaction that they had from that little part of like showing Crash Bandicoot, everyone's like, we need a remake. So Sony was like,
All right.
we'll do a remake. We'll go ahead and talk to Naughty Dog and see if we could do a remake. So they did a remake of all 3, the whole trilogy. And number 3 is my favorite.
Spyro just came out too. You can get
Spyro
the
has- yep.
the Spyro trilogy.
Dude, they kept the original character artworks, but they like slightly like redid them to where they're like
they
super
revamped
hyper
them.
detailed. So it's like, what?
And you know what's funny about that
So crazy
shit
looking.
is there's a bunch of hardcore fans that are bitching about that because they changed some of the color schemes and shit like that to where it actually looks like the thing it's supposed to be, and changed some colors on the pots, and people are bitching about
I mean, I didn't know Ripto was like a tiny dragon. I thought he was just some kind of sorcerer dude. But yeah, they upped the graphics. Like, oh,
He's supposed to be a dragon.
yeah. I was like, okay. And Ganasty Gnork, I'm like, what the hell? He looks way different, but still kind of you can see that base model in it. Which I don't think is wrong. I mean, it's like, it's like, dude. I mean, what are you gonna do with those like? You had like no polygons to work with at that time. So it's like,
Here's the concept. We couldn't really make it a reality, but here's what it was supposed to look like. But here it is now in 2018, where it's supposed to look the way that we
I
wanted
mean, it's
it.
fine. I mean, I haven't seen like it in game yet. I just saw like the cover art and work.
Yeah.
And
No, the
so, I mean,
in-game shit looks nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really mind it.
Jeremy from Achievement Hunter streamed all of it. He beat all 3 of them.
Dude, I 100%ed Year of the Dragon like way back when I was like 11 or whatever it was. But yeah, I got every dragon egg, like farmed that shit.
Nice.
Like, dude, like found every single one, got every dragon egg, 100%. Every gem, all of it.
Jack and Daxter, Jack 2 and Jack 3 were my fucking jam. That was the game I was thinking about.
Dude, I liked the
Jack and
first
Daxter
Ratchet
series.
and Clank, but I wasn't a huge
Fucking
fan
love
of the
those
sequels.
games.
But Ratchet and Clank, the first one was one of the best games. Like, it was awesome.
Ratchet and Clank, you said?
Yeah, the first
I've played the first one. I've never played anything after that. But Crash Team Racing,
Yeah, that was fun.
that was fun as shit. I have a distinct memory. My brother had a PS1, like the first original PS1. We got that game, and we had to.
You
can
shut
have
your dirty whore mouth.
you can have up to 4 players on it, so you had to plug in the splitters. That would you could have up to 8 players. So you had to plug in the
the
splitters.
old splitters where it's
And
like 2 and 2 or
It was 4
4.
and then 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That's a memory. That's
Golden Eye multiplayer.
yeah.
Yeah, but they did the remake.
That's
but
when boys became
apparently
men.
Didn't like pick up, but yeah, the N64 one was just awesome. Even just the campaign like missions, like the missions. Dude, I replayed those missions hundreds of times. My favorite one was the boat. Yeah, being on the boat.
This is gonna be like a 2-episode split, man.
It's gonna be 1 episode,
How long have we been talking?
about 2 hours.
We're gonna throw 2 hours up.
We're gonna throw 2 hours up.
The fuck, are we off topic?
Fuck it. That's what we did. This is what we're talking
That's
about.
when you
today.
just kind of like cut at spots and then just like cut back into like some other conversation.
Yeah. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, Jack and Jeff from Achievement Hunter are in that game.
Yeah, that's what I think you were actually telling me that.
And they travel they go from end to end that you go to, which is super dope.
But
yeah.
I guess we should wrap it up.
Probably end this.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We almost made it to 2 hours, guys, but this was our episode. Travis, thank you for joining us, taking Howie's spot since she's busy.
Yes.
Austin.
Sup? Check out, Prison. I can't say that enough. Check out that band. They're
Check
fucking
out
dope.
Prison. Check out all the bands that
were
we listed.
special guests, leave hashtag Travis. In
Hashtag so fuck Howie.
So fuck Howie.
Hashtag don't do that.
Yeah.
Hashtag you're a guest. Shut the fuck up.
Hashtag spice it up.
What the fuck? John, any last thoughts?
Check out all the bands that we talked about. Check out any of the games. Go see any movies. Tell us your thoughts about Star Wars and what you think for the newest trilogy.
And if you can sit through this, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I probably will split it up between 2 1-hour episodes and do part 1 and part 2, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that would probably
just
be
to
the
make
best
shit
option.
easy. So if it cuts out randomly at the end of it, sorry. If it doesn't, sorry again.
As long as it's not like mid-sentence.
No, it'll probably be mid-sentence.
Yeah, this is
So,
part 1 of me signing off. Give it like part 2 of me signing off.
Thanks for sticking around for part 2, guys. Long episode, I know.
Just edit around it.
And you just broke the illusion.
Just edit around it. I'm just gonna edit around
You're
it.
the cut.
I'm just not fucking leaving everything in.
Fix it in post.
I'm gonna fucking leave everything in.
We can fix it in post. All right.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Laters.
Check out our Twitter and shit.
Tweets.
Instagram.
Instas.
Twisted Glass Productions, if I could say things.
Yes. I think it's Twisted Glass Pro on Twitter.
Yeah. At Twisted Glass Pro. At Twisted Glass Pro for Instagram.
Support local artists.
Support local artists.
Wherever
Support
you're
local
at.
shows. Go see shit.
Because without music and art, this world would suck and we'd all kill our fucking selves.
And goodbye.